Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Professor Spira, and welcome to October 2015, and welcome to my YouTube channel and the world of Mucus-free Life, LLC. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for all of your love and support over the past year. I released the annotated Mucusless Diet Healing System last November, the paperback version. The PDF version has been out for a little while. However, didn't know what would happen with the Amazon phenomenon, putting our stuff out there, and I've been very happy, very consistent with a lot of new people that are getting the book and checking it out, and I just really appreciate that, taking that chance, because you have to invest a little bit of money, but more importantly, you're investing your time to see if the book lives up to the hype. And I've got nothing but great positive reviews and support from everybody, so I really appreciate that. Making this video today to reach out, just say hello. It's been a while since I've had a question and answer session and posted something, and I know a lot of people have been coming out saying how much they enjoy videos that I'm making stuff. And so what we're going to do is, in October, I'm going to try to post up a new video every day. So that'll be 30 videos for the month of, or I guess 31, however long October is. But every day I'm going to post up a new video. Some are going to be short, some might just be like a minute, couple minutes of something, a little knowledge, a little, like yesterday posted up the video of Brother Air. But then I'm gonna also post some longer things. There's a series. I did a radio show that ended up being about 3 hours worth of stuff, so I'm gonna cut that up into about 6 or 7 different pieces and send it out every several days, or just where it's not gonna be the same thing all the time. I'm trying to change it up a little bit, have a nice variety, and so that should be something I'm looking forward to. It's been a while since I've really dug into the creative aspect of the video making and editing, which I enjoy. It's like a hobby. I'm no way professional video editor, but I enjoy expressing myself visually through that medium. And I just recently got a new computer, got new video camera that you're seeing right here, and so this is some high-end stuff, and I'm making an investment because I think the Mucusless diet deserves this kind of quality, and with the community coming together, I just hope that people will continue to find value with what we have to talk about, what we have to say, find inspiration from what we're doing. And again, I know Brother Air appreciates it. All of us that put ourselves out here to put this information in some kind of order and share our experiences, we all appreciate the love, because it's been a long time coming. 10, 12, 11 years ago, it was a lot of negativity that was coming in the direction of plant-based in general, but especially Mucusless Diet Healing System, because we would get negativity not only from the meat eaters, but also from the vegetarians and the people that were talking, because it was just a little bit too, it was a little too different. And so this is something now that it's just been wonderful to see, such an outpouring of love, and just people just interested in getting into the information, practicing it for themselves to see if it is what it is, and having the courage to expand one's mind and think differently. Because as you've seen from, and I hope that you get from me in my videos, I'm not trying to tell you what to think, but I'm interested in showing you different ways on how to think. If you learn how to think, then you can take any idea or any concept or any experience and filter it through a certain kind of process to get a little closer to some level of truth, an interrogation of of one's experience, one's concepts, because the realm of thought is malleable, to wherever our consciousness is. So like when we talk about protein theory, we should be empowered and emboldened to challenge that idea and that theory and look to see, is it useful? What is the usefulness of any given idea? Do that with anything. What is the usefulness of the concept of gravity? Is it useful? Do we need it? I like it, but that's me personally. You might examine the concept of gravity and say, hey, well, maybe it's not useful for me. But that is what I mean by it's about how you think, not what to think. As we could teach you, well, this is on such and such a date. Sir Isaac Newton put his theory of gravity. It's like, yeah, we some of that's important. We can get into that, but it's the way you interrogate that. It's the way that you approach these kind of concepts. And of course, those of you that watch my videos, you know that I do that with the nutritional theories and concepts, with some scientific ideas, physics. There's different things that we can look at and interrogate and look at in different ways. So that said, I appreciate people starting to open themselves up to that type of critical thinking, because that's not something that you're really taught. I know I wasn't taught that level in school until graduate school. That was when they first really started talking about that kind of critical thinking, and in some ways creative thinking. But I learned a little bit about that in what we would call maybe the Black consciousness community. There is a tradition of interrogating concepts that are considered to just be the norm within Western society. So anyway, a couple updates that I wanted to share with you real quick. You'll notice on some of the videos that there will be little pictures of a video course and an overall Mucusless Diet Healing System e-course. Very excited about this. This is going to be a wonderful, great thing that I think can become the new standard for people that are just getting introduced into the Mucusless diet. The e-course is going to come with everything. It's going to have all 5 books that we have, PDF versions of all 5 books that we have. It's going to have at least 30 videos of lessons, that PowerPoint presentations that cover the entire annotated Mucusless Diet Healing System. I will address a lot of real practical issues and concepts and spell them out, so you'll be able to read certain things in the annotated Mucusless diet, but you'll also be able to see things in front of you and hear me talking about these things. Also, which is a bit unprecedented, I will be making a few cooking videos. I'm going to include some, I know a lot of people have been waiting on the menu book. It's coming. I can't say when, but what kind of took priority was getting the e-course together, because I think this is going to be something that people need right now. So I'm going to include some things in there relating to menus, and get into a little bit of that, and then all of that stuff will be expanded on quite a bit once we get to the menu book down the road a little bit. But so I will have some videos of me, some cooking videos or food preparation or whatever you want to say, of some just fundamental transition. I'm not going to get super deep. It's not going to be like a long kind of thing, but it's just going to be like, okay, here's how I put a salad together, the onion saute, how I bake things, meaning like baked vegetables or steamed things, and just the nuances, because the cook side of the Mucusless Diet Healing System is really about nuance and about how to properly combine foods so that they eliminate optimally. So I want to get into that a little bit. There's a few other things I'm going to include, a few other videos and conversations, and some, just some things that you'll only be able to get in the e-course, some real exclusive stuff. So I'm excited about that. I hope to have that coming out in November. In fact, I confirm November is going to be when that comes out. Also included in there will be the audio book. The audio book is taking a little bit longer than expected, and again, I appreciate everybody that donated to the fundraiser that we have for that. And the initial voice actor that I was working with, things didn't quite work out, so I have another voice actor on board, and as we speak we are working on that, so that's going to be available, and that'll be available separately as well, so you don't have to get the e-course to get that, obviously, and everybody that donated gets a free copy of that in there to download. So, but that's something that it's kind of a game changer, I think. Once people have the ability to sit down and just listen to the book, because some people don't like to read a whole lot, but they like information, and I think will really benefit from being able to sit down and listen. So you'll start seeing some things, and I'm kind of putting some of those little reminders and things about that in the video, the videos that'll be coming out. So that's a big announcement there. Hope to do. I plan on doing at least 2 Q&As in October. Gonna up the Q&As because I missed the past couple months. So yeah, have some Q&As. Gonna have at least 1 meetup, maybe 2 meetups. And so I'm in the process of organizing that. We're going to get the affiliate program back rolling again. So I'm going to probably have at least 1 affiliate meeting, if not a couple, toward the end of the month. I'm actually upgrading the website. So within the next couple weeks, I hope to have an overhaul on the website. All the content will remain, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade like the storefront situation and the design and all that kind of stuff. There's a couple other behind the scenes things going on, and that's what's really been going on a lot, is a lot of behind the scenes. A lot of the content that's going to be coming out is things that I collected over the past several months, and I'm going back in the archive a little bit. We're gonna there's some stuff I was never able to really get to or upload or anything like that. So so I'm just this past year has really been about laying down the foundation, seeing who's serious, who's gonna have my back, who we're gonna work with, who's a partner in this thing as we move forward, and that's key, because I have no interest in doing this thing alone. A lot of the stuff I've done online, the buck has kind of stopped with me, but I've always had to support Brother Air, and we got Tony and Doug and Tobin and Israel, Roy, George, everybody that I've kind of worked with more closely. That's other stuff that's happening. The translations of the annotated Mucusless Diet, beyond the horizon for the Spanish and German versions of the annotated Mucusless Diet to be released, hopefully before the end of December, before Christmas. But so there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and that's why you might not have seen as much. There's not as many videos and activities and all that kind of stuff. But there's been a lot going on, and at the same time, I'm still finishing my dissertation and trying to find time to finish the last couple chapters of my dissertation, which is on culture of jazz education, which is, you know, that's my school thing, ethnomusicology. But so I'm just excited, you know, I'm so excited to see things happening, people getting serious. Folks in the United Kingdom have been putting together meetups, Mucusless Diet meetups on their own. And this is what we'd envisioned, you know, years ago, where people will start to take the initiative. You know, first you have to understand the information, you have to be, you know, practice on a certain level. But then when you're inspired to start to, you know, do a local lecture at a library, or you know, a talk. Maybe, you know, maybe lecture isn't the right word, but just, you know, a discussion group, a reading group, an online reading group, anything along those lines is related to the Mucusless Diet Healing System is going to be the next phase, where, you know, because like I said, me, Brother Air, some of the people I mentioned, we can't do it all on our own. So if you're inspired to share the information, then what I've tried to make it my job to do is to make sure that there is some kind of support system in turn online. Even if it's just online, you know, we got to start somewhere. So there's a support system. The resources and the information are available and of a high quality, so that you can take things and say, hey, you know, get this book, check this book, or hey, like I said, I would love to hear about reading groups. Somebody I know, like you could organize that kind of stuff sometimes. Your local libraries, okay, we're going to have a Mucusless Diet reading group, or in a college campus situation, or a church group situation, or anything like that. People start organizing. You know, it's real big in the raw foods community, the raw potlucks and raw lucks and all that kind of stuff. And now we need you know, Mucusless Diet groups like that. And these are things that I knew that I wouldn't necessarily be spearheading, but I might plant the seed in other folks, because that social camaraderie is going to be what starts to really get the movement moving. Because when people have a social group to plug into that's surrounding the lifestyle, that's surrounding this kind of information, that's when people say, hey, wait a minute, what's going on over there? Like, that's interesting. And it's a lot easier for people to get into the diet when there's a group of people that are meeting and talking about it, and it creates a bit of normality. Whereas when you're just kind of by yourself out in the wind, trying to practice Mucusless Diet can be very difficult. And so that's that. So I'm just real excited. It's a privilege to share this information, and you know, and I ask that you just, with the videos, share, when you're inspired to do so, share them on your Facebook, your social media. That's going to help get the word out there a little bit more, because I know that in itself takes some courage, because again, Mucusless Diet is I heard somebody talking today about nuance, and how mainstream society is not very good with things that are nuanced and nuanced concepts, because the mainstream is just these big clear ideas, you know, like such and such bad, such and such good, get more protein, eat less fat, eat more fat, eat a lot of calories, less calories. I mean, it's like these very sort of, like, people like to cut and dry, and sometimes people try to come to the Mucusless Diet like that, like they want, what foods are forbidden for me to eat on your diet? It's like, well, it's not really things are forbidden, it's just there's stuff that's better to eat than others, and if you combine it the right way, and you're transitioning, and you're doing your enemas, and you're fasting a little bit, and you're dealing with the system, you can come out on the other side with some serious healing, you know, and transformation. And it starts to get into the emotional transformation, mental transformation. So that's the thing. But that's I think one of the reasons why a lot of people don't know what to do with the mucusless diet on a mainstream kind of situation is because it's a very nuanced system, and that's why I talk about artistry and art of practicing the mucusless diet, because with making art, it's all about the nuance. It's, you know, this painting something is, you know, this little nuance here, and when the nice thing about art and then the mucusless diet is you start to appreciate the nuance, you know, appreciate the nuance of nature. You know, I can look at the beauty of the tree and the grass and even, you know, buildings and things that are man-made, because, you know, we are of the earth, and so stuff that we create is still going to be could still be looked at on a certain level as a kind of, you know, natural thing that has been built upon the earth, as an ant colony will build their dwelling space. You know, we sort of construct our dwelling space, or choose to you know, do something in terms of shelter. Maybe we live up in a tree. Some of us take into the tree. But so anyway, got a lot of good stuff. Another series I'm excited to share is a talk that me and Brother Air had with a young woman that is you know, checking out the diet and reading the book. And so we captured, we didn't really plan on doing it, but we ended up capturing a really good discussion that me and Brother Air had with her. That's like an introduction. I'm calling it Introduction to the Mucusless Mindset, and it is a bit more than just like an introduction to the mucusless diet with all the sort of stuff that to me is almost, because I say it so much, is becoming a cliche, but it's not, because, you know, but kind of is for me, just because there's says that, well, it's fruits and green leafy vegetables, it's a transitional system, yada yada yada. It's important to keep doing that message and all that, but to get a little bit deeper, we talk a little bit about mindset, and that's why I like to talk about the art kind of thing, because it makes you think about things differently. But just understanding that the mucusless mindset is distinctive, very different from raw mindset, raw foodist mindset, very different from a garden variety vegan mindset. It's different from any other mindset that you would see out there, and so it's important to expose that and focus on that, and you'll see kind of what I'm talking about when you go through some of those videos, and you kind of see the way that we think about the diet. It's not what you think, it's how you think, you know, the way that you think about certain things. So anyway, again, I want to thank you so much for just, you know, being a part of the community, supporting what we're trying to do. There's a lot of things that we want to get to, that I have in mind. You know, want to get into the webinars, get into, you know, it's just so much, because that's what's so exciting about this. Those of you that are witnessing this moment in history, this is the ground floor of something, and you can make a decision to participate in, as somebody called it, you know, this mucus-free is the next big thing. That's somebody else's words. This is the next big thing, and so this is the ground floor. Most people get into things when it's already fully developed. So you look at a lot of the raw food gurus have programs. That community is fairly developed. A lot of money has gone into it and been invested. A lot of people have paid a lot of money to go, you know, spend thousands of dollars to go hang out with, you know, Guru A or B, or, you know, let's go down to Arizona and do this or that, or and the marketing, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so that's already happened. So it's fairly easy to insert yourself into the raw food thing, at least for a while, until physiologically dependent. Some people can roll for years doing what they're doing. Usually not if they're mucusless, but if they're just in sort of what some people's definition of raw food is, they can do that. You can do that for some years. But eventually you start going through eliminations, wondering why you still got mucus in your eyes, and you're blowing your nose, and you start maybe going through elimination. Your weaknesses start to come out, depending on if you were a little bit more aggressive. So we are just trying to be that safe haven for people that sort of get it, that understand, like, okay, it's noble to want to be raw, or it's noble to want to be mucusless, but it's rational to understand that you will need to transition to those levels, and you can go as high and as far as you can, and want to, but applying a rational methodology is going to allow you to maintain and not get off the path. So again, I want to thank all of you, and so just stay tuned, keep plugged in, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, so that you can see when all the videos are being posted. And yeah, until next time, peace, love, and breath.